This time we're doing the Asset Drop Monsters box. This is only our second Monsters box. I'll show you the first monster at the end, once we've had a look at this one. So this is, again, it's a bi-monthly box, this one, with a slightly larger model. And I don't know, it doesn't feel quite as heavy as the heroin one does, but maybe that just means it's not made from metal. Have a look. Okay, so we have the monster painting guide, which we'll move to one side for now. Let's get my trusty knife. We can open this. There we go. Right. Let's see what we've got. We do have another one of these MDF bases. What's this? We do have another MDF base. That's actually larger than the Heroines and Heroes boxes. So I've already unboxed those two. If you haven't seen them, go and have a look on the channel. This is the third unboxing we've done this month. Just to show you, because they're still next to me. That's the base from one of them. That's massive compared to that. Okay. We have, that's heavy. We have some base works, core supplies. Again, this is Asset Drop stuff. I don't know if this is new to them. I've not seen it on their website or anything. This looks cool. This is kind of like foresty. It says Battlezone Mix on it.
Cool.
Kind of reminds me of like Endor or something like that. We seem to get something here. This is Cromlech. Is it Cromlech? Cromlech. That's like metal plating of some format. Cool. We have what's this? Serious Play cork sheet. So yeah, that's quite a thick cork sheet. It's just thicker than the cork sheets I normally use. Cork's really good actually. If you've never used cork for basic, it's amazing. It looks like rock. It's brilliant. What else do we have? A Space Orc Big Bomb. Okay. Kind of feeling where we might be going with this. But that is a Space Orc Big Bomb. That is cool. It's got an orc's head on it. I'll get that out there and show you in a second. Okay, and then we have, what I can only assume is the model, in this box. Box within a box. It's like boxception. Weird. Look at this. With a seal on it and everything.
A seal on it?
Yeah.
How weird.
I almost don't want to open it because I love things like this. They look really funky. I'm going to open it. It's an unboxing video, but I just want to bask in the glory of wax seals.
Savour it.
Yeah. It is proper wax seals, but it's not even like a false plastic one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool. Right. It's covered in string. Weird. I don't know. Should I cut the string off?
Cut the string, I would, yeah.
Cut the string.
And then.
Okay. Is that the best way to do this? Cut the string.
Yeah, and then you can keep the
seal it when it doesn't fall off.
seal intact then, don't you?
Probably should use some scissors. I don't have any scissors to hand.
Find
So
some for you.
my clippers. A package from the past. Maybe I'm going to get this out of here, break the seal. Oh, I didn't break the seal!
Yay!
Technically. Cool. Right, what's this? Artel, WRTel, collectible miniatures. Oh wow. Collectible miniatures. I presume this is a sticker of said model, and given the Orc Space Bomb, that kind of looks like where we're going with this. So just move this out of the way. Okay, so we have another base. So it's not like a 50-60mm base. we have an amazingly large bag of bits. Oh my word. We're going to be here a while, guys. What the heck is this? Just have a quick look in the guide. Right, so this is the Iron Boss by RTLW Miniatures Russia. We have a HDF 120mm wooden base by War Bases UK. One sheet of high quality base cork by Serious Play. A Battlezone basing mix from the new Asset Drop Spaceworks line, so it is new. And exclusive large bomb by Serious Play UK. And a double tread plate by Cromlech Poland. Cool. So we've had two very fancy-esque miniatures for heroes and heroines. Now we have like a futuristic 40k whatever timeline you want to add this guy into. I'm saying 40k because he does look like a proper orc boss. If he looks half as cool as this guy looks. Nice bit. That picture looks over there. They look nice and crisp, these resin pieces anyway. It looks like resin. Come on. That's his legs, that's why it's not coming out. His legs is... That's the size of his legs is. This guy's huge.
Right.
So we have a little goblin. Rot. Look at all these bits. Oh my Lord in heaven. Is that his head? Or is that something else? Wow, look at all that. So these are pretty nice. There's a lot of bits that needs to be cut off. It is resin. It doesn't feel dusty. It doesn't smell dusty. I will have to give it a rinse, obviously. I'm going to have to cut all these little bits off and clean this bad boy up. It's a bit of rock. What the hell is that? This looks like some sort of backpack. You've got head. There's many bits to this guy. I think that's the head of his hammer. Look at all these. Is that an axe head? Has he got options? He might have options, that might be why there's so many bits. Because that looks a hell of a lot like an axe head. And that definitely looks like a hammerhead. I have no idea what that is. But it looks dangerous. Yeah, that's literally just all I've got to go off for this. To be fair, I probably could do it just from that, but I will have a look and see if I can find the model online. In the meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up all these little bits of like sprue, like resin sprue on there. Give this a bit of a rinse in some soapy water, which is my standard thing to do to all resin to try and get any mould residue off. It is resin. It's very solid resin. Can't see any imperfections. I don't actually see any mould lines at all. That's definitely claw. Right. We shall be back in a moment. Oh, just before we disappear, so we're going to be wanting to. So it's like it's resin as well. So proper look at this. Oh, this one's more of a rubbery resin. It's not by the same company, I don't think. It wasn't. It was Serious Play. So this one is there. It's very rubbery feel to it. Even that's a little bit bendy. Slightly sticky. That will definitely wash in. But I don't see any imperfections in it, or bubbles, or bad mold lines. Looking good. I don't know if that's meant to be there. I will see if I can find it, because that feels like it's gone through. Let's see if I can find a picture of this. Yeah, oh god, that stinks. Now it smells like resin as well, because you can tell if it needs washing a little bit from the stank. So that needs washing. It's got, it's kind of like the fumes on it that you can smell. Now they're on my hands. So I'm going to give all these a rinse, especially that, and then we'll come back and have a look at them. Alright guys, we're back. I've actually waited overnight to allow these to dry fully. There's lots of nooks and crannies in there. Plus it was getting quite late. So we're back today, fresh. And I have split these out into sort of their individual areas, if you will. We have like the body parts here. We've got this little rock here. I don't know if I'm going to use this rock or not yet. So as part of this build I probably won't stick this to the foot until I've designed the base and decided how I'm going to stick him on there. We have the head, we have these parts here which are part of the back, and then we have this part here which is also part of the backpack. We have a banner, and then we have like a little pole with skulls on, they go on top. We have these parts here which are all for the power fist, claw. It's an orc in it, it's a claw. So we've got 3 fingers, the gun that goes on top, and we've got this. We have 2 options for going on top of here. We have the little grot with the gun, or if you want to make it look more like a certain orc leader from battles in Armageddon type places, you've got this bull horns thing. So these bull horns actually go on the side of this skull with the missiles in, which I imagine acts as some sort of grenade launcher. That can go on top, or the Gretchen can go on top. Okay, let's move that out of the way a second. I also didn't unbox this yesterday. This is the Cromlech plating, which I will be using. I will show you how they've used it in the book at the end of this video. But next up we have the 2 weapon options. So either weapon you choose, this is the bottom part of the weapon. That's the shoulder pad for this arm, that's where I've put it there. And then we have the hammerhead, which is cool because it looks like it's part of an engine or something. I like that. I'm really tempted to go with that one. We have the axe head, which is humongous. Most 40k, shall we say, type orcs have axes of some format or other. It's usually sharp objects as opposed to hammers. And this one's particularly nice. Yeah. We have 2 options of the arm that's going to be holding this weapon. We have a bionic arm, actually. So this is the bionic orc arm. And we have the standard massive orc arm, because obviously he is a huge orc. And those are the options. So, I'm pretty much decided I'm going to go with the grot, because he looks cool. I do like this, so it's a really difficult option, you know. You could always magnetise it. You could always chop that a little bit off there, bang a magnet in and put magnets into those, and then you can switch. It's an option. I'll probably just glue it together. And then there's the axe head. You could fit a small magnet in there. If you wanted to. If you wanted the option of switching between axes and hammer. And that's the attachment for the arm piece. So again, you can magnetise all this. None of it's heavy. It's resin. It's nice resin as well. Not really seen any imperfections. So a couple of pieces like resin sprue I've had to cut off as we've been going along. So we'll start by gluing the main body together. I'll do this in like several little bits of construction and then put it together at the end. So we'll start with the main body. I'm just going to use some army paint to super glue. Same as I used for the metal. Hopefully this will stick better than the 2 metal models that we got this month. Actually, before I do that, this is the only bit I needed to trim down. That's fine, don't worry. It's going to be gloopy, so it lasts a bit longer before it dries. This bit here, I did have to trim down a little bit to get to fit into here. Each one of those little grooves fits into there, and it was slightly out of line. It's still a bit out of line, but it will push in now. That's got trimmed the edge of this. That's the only part I've needed to trim. That's the only part that's had a bit left over, and I think that was, it's not warped. I think it's left over from sprue where it's come off. I think it's from the way it's been cut. That's what it looks like. So I'll put a little bit of glue on there. This wedges in quite nicely, to be honest. So hopefully that will stay in place. And then we will attach the legs to this guy. There we go. And that's the sort of walking, running, blitzing position that he's in. So that needs to dry fully. This next part is here. It almost looks like chaos to me. This kind of looks like I don't know, like a mutated chaos marine, like in maybe an obliterator or something actually. Front plate. That's going to go over here, over there like that. This covers most of this detail that you've got here. This detail's not like massively impressive compared to the rest of the model, but it does get covered by this. But it feels like maybe there's another option somewhere down the line where it doesn't fully cover it. I don't know. But there's a lot of detail that gets absolutely covered because this bit is raised up. If you didn't want that to be covered, you'd have to gouge this bit out. You see that on there? It does completely cover most of that. And I'm going to glue that on anyway. I do need more super glue. That's for certain. That will go on there. Yep. Right that side. So at this point, if you are going to put the rock on, you could put it on at this point, and then you'd be able to just stand it up while it dried. I'm not going to stick the rock on yet. I don't know. I might use it. I've not decided. So while that bit's drying, we'll do this arm. So the arm here, we have this. Actually, put this one on first. There is no instructions for this, by the way. I have literally just sat here and figured out how these go on. There's one picture on the internet, if you go onto the site, that only shows one set of options, and only from two very slightly different angles. They're enough to actually see everything that's going on, really. So I can imagine a lot of people getting a bit daunted by this kit, but sitting down, just sitting there and going through each part, I managed to figure out where everything goes. With those, well, the one picture on the website, which is actually not the picture on that sticker that's just off there. So that's the thumb part. Put that out on first, that can be drying. Yeah, so this, I'll have a look when I put the arm on actually, because I'm going to build the arm separate like this one. But all the images I've seen of this, and it's the same one, he's holding the axe, and he's holding it forward like that, and that does seem to suggest how he's meant to hold it because of the way the arm is. I don't know if you can actually have it upright that way. I might try it, see if it does fit that way, but we'll find out when we get to it. For now, what I'm going to do now, there's a little triangle there, a little triangle there. I'm going to put the other fingers on. Come on, glue, cooperate. Alright, super glue over everything. So that's going to go on that. That one's going to go, where is it? That. Get in place. You know you want it. There we go. And then the gun, again, we have these are actually really good because they fit into place really well. These slots that they got from these triangle shaped slots, so far I haven't had to file any of them down. I'm not going to say that because it's resin, the quality can change per model. So if you get one of these and you do have to file them down, that's because the moulds are big on to deteriorate and it's not printed as well. I imagine this is a fairly new model because these are very crisp lines. There we go. Goes on there. Trying to blast his fingers off, obviously. And then we have this bit here. I do need to actually cut that bit. It's got a bit of sprue on. And that will get in the way when I attach it to the body. So you can see there's just a little bit of sprue left over. That's all that is. I'll cut that off. But it's actually this piece that's going to be attached on. So we need to glue that in place. And then we can actually use that to line up with the body. So I'm just going to cut this bit off while I've seen it, because that's going to cause me a pain afterwards otherwise. Sorry if I did it off camera, it's just my cutting mat is not in front of me. I'm too lazy to move it. So yeah, you can see here there is another triangle, and that's where that one's going to fit in. And you can see here where the claw fits in. And he's going to be pointing that sort of, where is it, down angle on that one, like that. So when we're fitting this, we just need to keep that in mind. That if we, it feels like it's dried. Good. It always seems to dry quicker on resin. In fact, what I might do, because that's dried so quickly, I'll just go ahead and stick this on here rather than building it separately. That makes a lot more sense. Why is it when you dry fit something, it always fits better than when you come to glue it? That's the gods of chaos having a laugh. Okay. So, and this is the one part I haven't really tested, because you kind of need at least one bit glued in for it not to fly all over the place, as if that'll fit in there. So, looks good. I've dry fit the bits independently, hopefully. Cross fingers everyone. That fits in there alright. A little bit of a gap. Typical. Okay. That lines up there really well. It doesn't do very well. Or it lines in there really well. And there's a bit of a gap there. Imagine that shouldn't have dried fully yet. It's probably something to do with the arm being slightly out. Probably because there was parts I had to cut, bits of sprue. So there's probably like a little bit of it left on the. So like, ah, you little Anyway. There we go. Yeah, that bit there. That's a little bit of sprue. I probably should have cut that a bit better. And that's probably what's pushed it out a little bit. It's not ideal to try and cut things after you've glued them either. Not at all. I'm going to just bring this over here and cut this. I'm waving this knife about like a bad man now. So I'm going to switch the camera off and do it off camera just in case blood flies everywhere. See you in a second. Okay guys, so I've cut this down. It's gone a lot better now. And I've cut this bit, so hopefully it'll go on here better. There was no blood, just in case you're wondering. I didn't manage to slice my finger off or anything. Some of you may be disappointed. I'm sorry. Get on there. Right, that is officially not lining up. Now I know that lines up with that. I know that lines up with that. But that doesn't line up with that. far out are we? Not far. Not far off. It's far enough to be really noticeable, but it's not in a different ballpark. So, what I am inclined to do, unfortunately, is probably see if I can alter the position of this arm a little bit to fit him. You know, to do it that way, that means that's got to go on first. I've got to sort of try and figure out how big a gap I've got on the arm. So if I do it that way, I wonder more. Let's put it actually. We'll do it the other way. I'll glue the arm on. Just try and figure out which bit is out of line. It's really hard to tell because the arm fits on really well, and that might fit on there really well, and that might fit on there really well. But obviously, there is a gap. Now, what I will do, I'm going to heat up some water. I'm actually going to use that to bend this part of resin because this is resin. I'm going to try that, and I'm going to try and bend this into place. I will be back in a moment. You'll see how well I have done or failed. Again, cross your fingers. Okay guys, we're back. Worked pretty well. Yeah, gotta say. Bends just like other resins, so it's not really a problem. Still slightly out, but it's as damn near as you're going to get, I think. So that's one thing to be. A lot of times when you've got cables or thinner pieces, they can end up getting bent out of shape slightly. When you rinse them, if your water's too hot, it could bend the resin as well. I don't use particularly hot water. I don't think that's what did it. I think it probably came that way. It's not a big issue. It's been fixed. I could use a little bit of filler on there, but there's just being an orc. I can imagine he's yanking that cable out left, right and bloody centre. There we go. So, he's become overbalanced now. He won't stand on there. In that case, let's use the arm. Right, so this arm, so they've got two choices. We have normal and bionic. I really like both, so that's a problem. Problem's probably going to be solved by the fact that the bionic arm just looks so awesome. And this is going to be a display model, more than anything else, because we're going on a display base, so we can be able to use them. So, although I could do, maybe I can incorporate both bases. I haven't decided yet what I'm doing with the base. Right, so this arm, it has this part here. This part here is the lower part of the weapon. Now this is at an angle, and I think it's meant to be by the looks of it. So I don't think this one's bent. I think it's naturally bent on purpose, if you will. So that's going to stick into there. So first off, we'll glue that. Feels about right. Or is it the other way? Does it matter? Again, that's hard to tell on that picture because it looks entirely different on the drawing. So I'm going to go with, it doesn't matter. If it's going to be, yeah, it should work. Yeah, it should work either way. Okay. So, we're going to go with the head now. I'm going to use the hammer because I want this to be different. Normally, in every other situation, I would probably pick the axe because it looks awesome. I like axes. I also like hammers. And this one, because it's got the option for hammer and it's different, I'm going to go with that. So that glues on there just fine. So we have a triangular connection, so it does seem to fit. Like it's better to wax someone like that. Or we can have it. Will it even fit at that angle? Maybe the arms are a bit different on how they attach. But the ones online are all like that, like he's running with it alongside. I don't know, I can't like that up. Like he's about to smash someone with it. But will I get in the way of the banner? Right, before we attach that one, let's get some other parts on. I think the connections are the same on these. I mean, you could always cut the triangle off. But yeah, those are very slightly different angles actually. Not much, not enough for it to be in a completely different position. But slightly different. Okay. Let's put the head on because we're building up around it now. I don't want to get faffier to try and put it on later. So it's pretty well exposed, it'll probably be alright. And make the decision on which topper to use. So that one, how does this go? Yeah, so that goes like that. And that goes on there. Oops. And then that is his hands. So he'll be stood there with those on. Like that. I really want to put the grot on. I just think the grot's cool. Oh, decisions. It's a really difficult decision actually, this. I'm really struggling to decide what to put on. Yeah, I'm putting the grot on. I'm going with the grot. So we'll build the grot assembly then. Okay, so the gun section, that's a square block going in a square hole, like so. The other side of this has got a triangle, that's the part that attached to the top of this guy. So you want to put the square bit in there. And you also want to put this bit in there. And that might be, yeah, I'm going to do that first. I'm going to glue that to that. Then his hands are in place. And I'm going to glue this to this. I think that's the easiest way to do this. To be fair, I could be wrong. That goes on there. So he's not stood on the actual thing then, is he? He stood off of it. So he's using the boss as a platform, this is just like rotating. Makes sense. And if you did, we're going to do this and you want to paint it, it might be a good idea not to glue his hands on at this point because it's probably going to cover up a great deal of detail. Depending on how confident you actually are getting in there. But there we go. He is on. I'm ready to rock and roll. So let's glue him in place, and I've got an idea of where the banner will go, and then if that hammer's going to hit the banner if I put it in the wrong place. It's more annoying than putting something in the wrong place, having to move it afterwards. So he goes on there. He's obviously shooting at someone right from the boss. That is so cool. Awesome. Get to these bits at the end. Because I'm handling it a lot, I don't want to stick them on just yet. The banner should fit in there. So I'll go just behind the grot. I don't think the hammer's going to hit that actually, that's going to be good. Should glue this in place. that's going to, because that's got a small connection, it's going to take a bit longer to dry. So I am just going to pause the camera while that dries rather than talking to you for ages. Okay guys, there we go. That's pretty much dried. So now we can see that if we put the hammer on, it's not going to smash into that banner at all. It's great. So it can go on like that while he's running to the side or a bit further up while he's going to smash someone. I like smash. Hopefully it doesn't look terrible when it's done. But I think that is the way to go with this. That hammer's just awesome. It's like the front of a jet engine just been shoved onto it or something. Yes, definitely. Okay, the last piece of this arm is actually the shoulder part. I imagine it goes over this, just the same way as it would go over the arm. Although with the bionic arm, yeah, it's pretty bland at the top. I'll give it that. Yeah, so what we'll do, we'll glue it onto that section. So if you would mind just staying there, sir. Thank you very much. Clear that in place. You know you want it. So yeah, that's more glued onto the shoulder than the arm itself. By the looks of it. You see where it fits. Probably because if I put it straight down, it would have probably fit on. There are little notches around there as well, which I've allowed. I think it does allow you to sort of put it on at slightly different angles. But I like that because that would push the shoulder pad up the way he's got his arm anyway, so that's great. Okie dokie. That's awesome. Right, so some peripheral bits and pieces. We have this little bit here, the little skulls. That goes on the opposite side of the banner. And there was a little bit on the end of that. I cut that off because it is just flash. So that needs to go on there. And I think it just goes like that. So casually there. And then we have these bits. This little bit goes underneath this bit here. You see the little square wedge part, and then there's a round part. Square wedge part wedges into there, and I think it goes that way. Try and get it to line up properly. I think it goes with the wheel facing sort of forwards like that. So that's what we want to do. Oh, the shoulder pads come off. Last. There we go. Yeah. I reckon that's because I was trying to glue that onto the arm as opposed to gluing it onto the shoulder. I was only a little bit holding it on. Let's try that again. So now I can see how it goes on. I'll put the glue in the right place. That always helps. Top tip. Right, so that leaves with these two engine block, exhaust, parts. These fit into here. Now, without having a picture, I'm not actually sure which one fits in where, or if it even actually matters. There is also an engine part around here. You could potentially maybe wedge one in there. But what I'll do, I'm just going to put these two on here, and I don't know which one's better. And the larger one at the top. Yeah. Let's get these bad boys in. I definitely need some glue. I shall have to make a visit to Harlequins. That feels good. There we go. That feels right. Blurring off in that direction. Maybe he thinks he's a motorbike. Maybe that's why he's running. Maybe he's making motorbike noises as he's running. Probably. He's not. Probably is. Right. Okay. There he is in all of his glory. That is one amazing, really cool model. Stay. Right. So while that dries, let's have a quick look at the painting guide. So, this is less a painting guide than it is a Battlezone diagram. I really cannot speak. A Battlezone diorama. There you go. To assemble the boss. There's some tips in there, but if you follow this video, it's pretty much straightforward, as you've seen. It's just finding out which bits go where, really, and the gluing them together has been pretty easy. But what this does is it tells you what to do with the copper. Honestly, guys, I'm going nuts. It tells you what to do with the cork, which is here. There is the cork. You get a nice big wedge of cork. As I said, I usually deal with a thinner type of cork. If you've seen these Legion bases that I've done, Star Wars Legion, it's about a fourth of that maybe, or a third that size. This is much thicker stuff, and it'll cut really well. So what you do, or what you do in this example, is you grab yourself on the base, and you decide which part of the base you want to stick this cork on. So if you say you wanted that flat bit as the back, and you wanted the raised part of the back, you basically turn that bad boy over, draw a line around there, and then you can cut that off and sort of line it up a bit like that. It's rough, it doesn't, and again it's an Orky statue, so you don't need to be exact. And then you hack away at it until you are happy, and there's no wrong answers, that is rubble, or it is rock, or it is whatever you're trying to get the appearance of. And you can use the little bits left over, like it shows there, to make it the smaller rocks, or to build the gradient down so you get more of a ramp. And you can do other things. You can put glue over that afterwards with sanding, or you can put filler in there just to smooth it down. You can do quite a lot of different things with cork and other materials to give yourself like a raised area to work from. What he's done there, I've not even read this actually, I'm pretty much going off what the pictures look like. It looks like he's drawn around this, so he knows where this is going to go, so he knows not to hack away at that area, which is also good. So if you're planning on putting anything on top, I think I got it right. Oh, close. If you want to put anything on top, then obviously draw out what you're doing so you don't make any massive mistakes. But remember, this is like natural ground. Don't beat yourself up if you do, and don't try and make it look too uniform anyway. So it's always good to sort of like make mistakes, because they can look a bit more natural sometimes. So what he's done with this, he's hacked away at this. Don't know what he's used. He's drilled a hole in it and then cut parts. So yeah, I just use my little drill, and then just like I do with any plastic card, I'd probably use these bad boys to clip away at it. That's the orc falling over in the background if you wonder. Damn you, Mr. Orc! Stand up! Just because I will not attach you to that little bit of rock. Well, yeah, you can actually see he's not actually used the rock either. He's put the rock under the corner of the plastic, sort of, well, the metal in this case. That's a good idea, I like that. And then he's put the bomb in the hole. The boom is in the hoon, like so. I don't know why I went all then. That's an old reference and no one's going to get it. Sorry. The pill in the till and such like. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I'm old. And then we've got him stood on there. So the actual, this being elevated. If you're going to do that, make sure it's elevated into the position you want. And I like that actually. I might steal it. Might be unoriginal and just use that. We'll see. See if I can come up with anything cooler. But there you go. That's the guide this time. It's not paint. It's a little diorama. And if you use dioramas, this is actually really good. I need to properly read this. I've just looked at the pictures. Oh, that's awesome. I need to go in and do the base for this now. Right. Okay. So what am I doing? Do you guys want to see me before I paint it? I'll tell you what. I'm going to try and build this base. I'll come back before I end the video. By then Claire might be back as well, because you might have noticed she's absent. She's had to go somewhere. And then she might be back and we can finish the video off with him still on his base. And you can see what he looks like before it's all painted. So, let's do that. Alright guys, we're back. Claire's back.
Hello.
New York's done.
Wow.
I thought I'd show you it before I go and paint it. Then you can see I've used everything from the box, apart from this, which will go on after I've painted the base. And I will be putting this on. The only additional things I've used are some sand, just to fill some gaps that have been created by the base. And I use a little skull down there from one of the earlier hero boxes we got. The first one we got. And also from the first one I'll show you actually. There's some little shells down there, the little spent casings. Because they're big and orky looking. And I was looking for an opportunity to use them and I thought this was a good one. I have placed the bomb at the front, as you can see, and what I'll probably try and do is muddy that bit up and then maybe even rust up the bomb like it's been there for a while. That is damage on the front, by the way. That's not meant to be there, that hole. That's great. That suits exactly what I want. I have a damaged bomb in a hole, basically. This orc's just about to jump over and run over or whatever. Let me just show you a bit closer. Now this is still drying, so what I'm going to do, by the power of pre-planning, I'm going to pull it out of there because what I've done, I've put the small base on there. As you can see under there, I've used a little bit of cork. That's the other thing I've used. That's the normal cork that I use, just to separate that because it happened to be the right height for this to work. And then so I've got a scenic base and a battle base if I want to use him in a game.
That's cool.
But here he is, and you can see those shells a bit closer there. I also put a little bits of rubble on there just so it blends in a bit better with the rest of the base. I've cut a little bit out there so it fits into the base as well. But this is an amazing model. I really like it. I really enjoy putting it together, to be honest, so far. So I'm going to enjoy painting it. So that should fit back in there, like so. That's it really. So it's almost like having a Primark base, isn't it? So it's like you got the big base and then
you've got a little base
for using in battle. It's a bit square looking, but I wanted to use all that plate. And when I started thinking about cutting it circular, I was just thinking, no, you'd have big square metal plates, probably falling off a gargant, or something like that, or even some imperial installation. Probably square plates and then just knackered around the edges and stuff. So there we go. So we have these parts left over. I don't know if we'll ever find a mould to use them on, but that axe head's amazing. That's really tempting to use that on something. And then we have the obviously little skull I didn't use as well. I use that on some, I was going to use this on the base somewhere, but I just didn't have room. I did, if you notice it, I did use a little rock that he's meant to be stood on, just to fill a bit of a gap that was there and build up a bit. try and blend it in. There we go. And then once it's all painted, I'll use this base material over the top around here. It's very Endory though. I do like this. But I'm just going back to one of the earlier boxes. I've got the Badlands on it. I don't know whether to do it as like a Badlands thing or do it as a forest thing. I can paint it and then decide at the end. But yeah, either one will fill all these other little gaps around there when I use it. And I'll put some around there just to build it up and stuff. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to painting this guy.
It's a fantastic model, I've got to admit. It's actually bigger than the other one. Well, it seems massive.
Well, we'll put the other one on because we haven't shown that one yet. And it's the last thing to do. Now, the last monster model we got, I really loved that one as well. I still do. He is small on this guy, doesn't he? He was epic. But I'll show you him off. Here he is. The what was he?
Homunculus.
Homunculus. So yes, so we had the little crates of skulls. I decided to go with blood over lava. I'm still quite happy with that. It was the faces. If those faces hadn't been coming out of that ooze, I'd have gone with lava and sort of done it like lit up from the bottom. But because there was faces coming out, it just said blood to me. Blood and skulls. Corn would be proud.
He would. He'd be.
Although I've gone more of a pinky flashy colour, so maybe Slanesh would be proud. I think he's sort of an undivided demon if he was from the 40k universe. But yeah, I really like this model. But there we go. Look how big this guy is next to him.
He's massive.
He's just going to bully him.
Even the base is bigger. To be quite honest, it seems bigger. I don't know if it is, but it does look bigger.
It's bigger. This is a big. I think it's like an 80mm base.
Yeah.
From Alien Labs.
Yeah.
This is MDF base, so there were obviously more on this base that you can just plug and play and go and paint. This was just like a base, piece of wood, but it's been cut into a rough shape. I think mainly for dioramas.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. There's so much detail on that model and so much going on.
I do. I love that model. I went and had a look at the website, and there's got a lot of nice models on there.
Yeah.
We may on our channel be seeing some more of those models if we're not careful, because I like them a lot. It takes a lot for a third party for me to go, yeah, I like a lot of third party stuff, but for me actually to really consider buying them, I'm like, these are really good.
They are. They are.
I think mainly because I've got one. I think if I got if I had like sample like this from a lot of third party ones, I'd probably go out and buy tons of stuff from lots of other companies. But I look at them and think they're really cool, but I'm not buying it. Like this, I probably would have looked and gone, that's really cool, but not buy it. But because I've got it from Acid Drop, it's just amazing. This is a great model.
To be quite honest, I think Acid Drop in as a whole is brilliant.
So far, it's been really worth it.
It showcases so many different models that you don't even consider.
They've all been
different companies.
They've all been different companies so far, with different levels of like detail. Yeah. All really cool though.
Yeah.
And I really like the way they combine things. I was looking at this and thinking I wouldn't normally like do that, but when I looked at the way they'd combined it, I thought it was really clever. Of having it smashed into that plate. I'll show you that again. I think I showed you before. And that being the final model, I thought it was really clever. I liked that, but I didn't want to copy it, so I just had it like slammed into the dirt instead. And what I'm hoping to do is use some of my water effect in there and have it like mud almost. Like it's been there a while. That. So it would make sense that the orcs have been firing over for a bit. Yeah. Maybe now they're storming an imperial area that they've been hammering, basically. So that might have been there a while in the war zone. I really like this model. Like I said, I really like this hammer. I'm really glad I picked the hammer because it's just different. Really cool. Really like it.
Cool.
I'm going on now. Sorry. No, I've really enjoyed putting this together. I really enjoyed making this video. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please join us again for some more future asset drops. We're also doing some Warcry. We've just been, when I picked Claire up just then, we've just been and got the Warcry Monsters and Mercenaries book and the new Ravaged Lands So we will be unboxing those and a certain dwarf.
Alive!
And I mean dwarf, not Duridan, because he's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf. He is.
Right, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up over the weekend. And you guys take care for now.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.